Oh, it's a culinary confectionery experimentary delight, the like of which you've never seen before and shall never see again. So I got a guy coming over to fix my refrigerator tomorrow, and it's put me into this kind of eat all the things sort of mentality, because I gotta clean out the fridge, so he can get in and fix all the stuff, and anything I can't eat, I gotta stick in ice somewhere and, hope it survives the day. But it's got me into this kind of eat all the things sort of mindset. This is extending to everything, apparently, because I was looking at my baking cupboard the other day. I realized we have marshmallows and a bunch of coconut and dried pineapple, like a little bit left over in a container, and there was some white chocolate in there too, and I thought to myself, how can I make stuff out of all this? So in what is perhaps not the greatest move in human history, I whipped up essentially a batch of Rice Krispie treats, except instead of Rice Krispies, I took and melted the marshmallows. They were the square marshmallows. If you've never seen those before, they're kind of neat. They're for making s'mores. But I melted those in a pan, and I threw in probably a cup of shredded coconut and just however many pineapple chunks there were. I took and diced them up a little bit so they're a little more manageable. When I started stirring it, it got really hard, really fast. Not to mention, I probably cooked the because you're supposed to put butter in there when you melt the marshmallows. I probably heated that too fast because it started to brown. So there was this layer of brown buttered marshmallow on the bottom of the pot. But it got really hard to stir. It became impossible to work with. My plan was to take and plop it on wax paper and stick it in the fridge to solidify, and I just could not get it off the spoon. So I ended up making these 6 very large, very irregular bits, after which I took and chopped them up into smaller pieces and went to melt the white chocolate. Well, my first batch of white chocolate, I discovered that if you burn white chocolate, it toasts like marshmallow. This is, of course, not what I was going for, but it was interesting nonetheless. So I did a second batch, and it didn't melt so much as it turned into cake frosting. It might not be good anymore. So long story short, I had these little marshmallow dried fruit thingies, and I covered them in white chocolate, and that's what we've got here. And I'm gonna give these to people tonight. I'm having a little party. And I thought, well, I'll feed these to people and maybe they won't die. But I'm going to try one out myself, and this is one of the ones with the white chocolate on it. I left some without white chocolate just because I don't know if it's going to be any good. Let's find out. Ow. I've had it out of the fridge for maybe 5 minutes. It's a good chewing consistency. I don't think it needs the white chocolate. It gives a little bit of an extra texture. And of course it's starting to melt in my fingers. But I don't think it really needs it. I was trying this yesterday, licking it off the spoon, and it's got a very nice pineapple flavor. The coconut adds a lot of texture. And the marshmallow holds everything together pretty nicely. This is actually very good. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, so I wouldn't say it needs the white chocolate necessarily. At least it turned out okay. But if you want to try making it, I don't have any measurements of anything. I just sort of went with I looked at the Rice Krispies recipe, and it's like 4 cups of mini marshmallows to 6 cups of Rice Krispies and 3 tablespoons of butter. So that kind of proportion, except I didn't actually end up using that kind of proportion. I only used about a cup of coconut to 3 cups of marshmallows. They weren't mini marshmallows either, so that might change things. Because there's a lot of space in the cup there. So, about say 2 cups of mini marshmallows and a cup of coconut, and just however much pineapple you want. Make sure you dice it down about that big. Melt the marshmallow with about 2 tablespoons of butter till it's smooth. Stir the shit in. Butter your shit. Oh god, butter your shit. I did not butter my shit, and it was a pain in the ass to do this whole thing. butter your wax paper, butter your spoon, butter whatever you use to take the stuff out and drop it onto the wax paper, or you are just going to be in so much shit. My god. But yeah, feel free to try it. I'm never fucking making it again though, because that was a pain in the ass. I hope the people like it at least, because, that'll make it all worthwhile. Bye.